In this video, I'd like to tie a 13-part 6 Bight Casa knot, which would be tied from a 9-part 4 Bight Casa knot. And in my book, you'd tie a 9 by doing 2 wraps and then going over 2. But here, we're going to have a collar, so we want to place our strands right where they're going to be in the finished knot. So actually, it's a wrap and a half. So you go wrap, and then you'd make your bight right across from your standing end. And then you're doing an over 2. So we're going over in the back and over right here at the standing end. And now we're going to follow the left-hand side of the standing end going back, doing the opposite. So it's under there, so we go over. And we come up here and cross out over our bight, and we make a new bight right there. Now you could stick a pin in there if you preferred, but I don't like pins. Okay, and we're going to tie this in segments. So it's 2 segments. So here we do an under over 2 times. So there's our under over. Roll my knot to me. Here's our next under over in our next segment. And again, we make a bight right there. We come up to this segment. If I can keep from tangling my string. We're coming up and we're doing an under over 2 times. Under, over. Come up to the top, under, over. Now I make a bight right there. And this time, it's over, under, over in each segment. Over, under, over. And see how this started with an over and ended in an over? So this is going to be an over, so that was actually over 2. But we're just mainly looking at our segments. So it's over, under, over. We make a bight. Turn, do our over, under, over in this segment. And so that was an over, this is an over, but it's over, under, over in that segment. See how our collar's holding our knot out nice? Okay, we make a bight. And now we're doing the opposite, so it's under, over, under, over. 2 times. So under, over, under, over. Now we come up through here, we're doing the opposite. Under, over, under, over. Now when we get to our next segment, under, over, under, over. Okay, we're going to make a bight right here. We're going to come in, because we're doing the opposite, over, under, and then it's an over. Now our next, we ended with an over and we're starting with an over, so it's over 2. But it's over, under, over, over. Now this is our last one going up, doing the opposite, over, under, over, under, over, and you can see we're splitting our tracks. Have finished that segment. Now we do the next segment. Over, so it was over, so that was over too. So here's over, under, and out over the bight. Now, here's our bight right down under there. See how it's under? We go under it to get into our knot. And our segment is under, over. It's under, over all the way down. Over, under, and over, over. And that brings us back to our standing end. And that finishes our 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 parts, 6 bights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I hope you'll try tying some of the knots that we've been tying on a collar, just because did you see how we were able to tie it tight? We were able to put the strands right where they're supposed to be, and it is ready for an interweave. Now, if we were going to do an interweave, if it was a herringbone interweave, you'd want to pull these bights up so they're above. And it's this bight right here for a herringbone. If you're going to do a pineapple, it's this cross right here. So you'd want to make sure that cross is above your collar, because when you go in with your interweave, you want your interweave string above your collar. And the same thing on this side. This cross would be a herringbone and this cross would be a pineapple. But you want it below the collar so that you've got room when you go in. I hope this has helped, and I hope you'll watch or tie the knot. Thank you for watching the video.